Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Before we dig in and take a look at the Bitcoin weekly charts and analysis, and that's different because normally I do the daily analysis on the weekdays and Saturdays, but because of the dramatic changes, it's easier to view it in a wider perspective because we can look at 2021 compared to then as well. So with that, remember this is for edutainment only and not to be considered as financial advice. And also, I would love it if you could help spread my easy to understand analysis into the rest of the cryptoverse by smashing the like, ringing my bell, hitting subscribe, and leave your comments and questions in the comment section. And that will help the YouTube algorithm spread the analysis out there as well. All right, let's dig in and take a look at the news first, and then we'll look at the analysis. We have two news items today, and this news article from Cointelegraph came yesterday. And basically, they said that the Bitcoin network transactions and fees surge amid investors de-risking. So when you have more transactions going through Bitcoin network, it's going to generate a lot more fees, and the network transaction is going to go up. So basically that. And knowing this and what happened today, using those kind of metrics can help us have a lead indicator on what could potentially happen the next few days. And well, today, hey, here we are, dropped to into the 27K zone for the first time since before 2021. Next one is from Bitcoin Magazine. They talked about El Salvador buying while Bitcoin dip with 500 BTC purchase. So President Nayib Bukele is continued to buy the dip, except he bought it just before this dip, so he'll probably buy again. So pretty cool that El Salvador is still betting big on Bitcoin. And I'm long on El Salvador. I would love to visit that place sometime and check it out. Got the crypto market heat map right now, still blood red and even more bloody in some spaces here. Luna is just continue to bounce around. What is it? $1.15, and I think it's dropping down to $1, close to $1 now. Bitcoin 28.9K here. Like I said, it dropped down to 27K zone earlier. Ethereum is actually holding. It was holding up really well, and then it lost its footing and dropped down 10%, 10.22% to close to 2K. ADA's 252, AVAX 30. Some of my lowest prices on the some of these have been hit already. So not all of them, but some. Here's the Bitcoin. Here's the crypto market cap. Right now, it's we're down to 1.26 trillion, roughly about the same as this morning, down 10.13%. And Bitcoin is currently market cap $545.3 billion, and that's a significant drop from just a few days ago of, I think, above 600. And here we have the weekly chart on TradingView. Let me get my mouse highlighter on for you and magnify this up. Notice this description here. I had to shrink it because I couldn't fit all the words in there neatly. So if you can't read it, I'm so sorry. Please magnify it up. So let's check it out. In my last weekly analysis, which was a couple days ago, I mentioned that BTC could retest 29.6K, and it did do that. It retested 0.6K, and then it dropped even further. Like I said, it dropped to 27.9K, close to the descending wedge here. See this descending wedge line, yellow line here, drop close to that, and that descending wedge line is 27.3K. So pretty cool, huh? Well, it broke through the 29K zone here, and that zone, the reason I'm using this chart for the weekly chart is because, look, going back to 2021, January 2021, 29K and you see how it retested 3 times here, and then back here in May. By the way, if you follow me on Twitter, you know this already. This week right here was the same week as before. Look at this. May 2021, May 17th, 2021. This candle up here, May 10th, 2021. Coincidence? same week. That's crazy. All right. Anyways, you can see here it tested here. This candle here, it wicked all the way down to I can't read 29 something. So 29K support zone. It's very crucial. 29 and 30K zone, so crucial. And breaking that, it's major. So major. Wow. I can't believe it did that. I mean, I can because I have lower entries, but I still am amazed. So pretty amazing. Anyways, let's get back to the analysis. So notice the big giant volume here. This is the capitulation event I'm waiting for. This type of volume, daily volume, weekly volume, right there. We're not quite there. We're more matching volumes here and kind of here, but no capitulation event yet. So still waiting. All right, let's see what else. Bitcoin remains in the bearish zone below the 50-week moving average, this pinkish line here, and that line's at 44.6K right here. The descending is below the descending bull market support band, this grayish band here, and that range right here is roughly around 40K to 40.8K. It's also below the middle basis Bollinger Band, which is shared with the gray ribbon here, so I won't go through that. It continues to crush the bottom of the Bollinger Band, this blue line here, crushed it and just keep pushing on it. And by the way, if you didn't know, the bottom of the Bollinger Band is when it's crushing like that, it signifies oversold. So we'll see what happens, but it can continue to crush. We still have more days in this week. The bottom of the Bollinger Band is currently at 31.5K, so obviously it's crushing through it. The Bitcoin here, notice that it's inching closer to the 200-week moving average, which is this red line here, and that red line is currently at 21.8K, I believe. Yep, 21.8K, which is very close to one of my entry levels here that I explained in the previous analysis at 22K. So it's inching closer to the 200-week moving average and moving away from the 50-week moving average. That's very bearish. So the volume profile for this range here is minimal. It's like nothing to write home about. So at this price range, very minimal volume traded in going back to January 2021. However, the daily volume here finally got a little bit more above the moving average, and that's unfortunately is sell volume, so not good, but opportunity to buy if you still have cash on the side. So with that, let's go down and take a look at the indicators down here. The white J line of the KDJ is at negative 12.5. That's the lowest reading in this whole range all the way back to 2021. I didn't go back further because I don't have much time right now. So that's the lowest level, and it's still descending. That's scary. That's crazy. And below the red and the blue line here, I gave it a double bear. I don't think I've ever given the KDJ a double bear before. So that's very bearish, way in the down here. I'll give you some example here. Back here, it was -5. This was January 3rd. And back here, it's the May 24th. It was -1.2. Just to give you an idea of how bad this is. So let's go down to the MACD. The white MACD line trended down to -3,125, and it's curving down sharper below the red signal line. And it printed the 4th. It was still the 4th because we haven't changed week yet. But the histogram bar here is growing a little bit longer, and I give that a bear. Down below we have the red RSI, blue CVD, cumulative volume delta, and the MOM indicator, all trending down sharply. RSI is at 33, and that's a bear. Just so you know, 33 is just slightly above the start of the bottom range for RSI. And bottom range starts roughly around 30. Well, it starts at around 30. The blue CVD line is at 3.920 million, and I gave that a bear. That's the blue line here. It's still pretty much in the upper half, so it's got more room to move. The white momentum indicator is at negative 9,805. I gave that a bear, and that's right here. It's pretty much in its bottom. Well, it's kind of like towards the bottom half, but more towards the middle. Derivatives, spot to derivatives basis delta decrease further to negative 0.00105% for the 6 week in a row. That's bearish. So overall, what I gave this a chart of triple bear. It's a triple bear chart. Not good, not good. Very, very bearish. And here's my summary. BTC is likely to test the descending wedge support, which is this yellow line here. It will probably wick down, retest that one. And breaking that, it could very well head toward the next support at 26, roughly 26.2K. Not 26.2, 26.2. There you go. And could very well end up at 25K, where the sweet spot is. So I'll show you the heat map to show you there aren't a lot of major support until we get to around 25. And that's why I think that 25 is going to continue to be the sweet spot. I did change the entry levels here. Again, not financial advice, only edutainment only. 20% at 26.2K. Sweet spot 40%, 25K, and 22K 20%, 20K 20%. You might I would put $100 in front of all these levels because you want to front run it so that it doesn't drop to like 20, let's say 25, 25,000 and then $1 and then you don't hit 25,000. So normally I do like 25,100 just to get in front of it a little bit. So that's the chart. Let's go over to the max pain prices. Right now, the pressure on Bitcoin is so much that I don't think the max pain price is going to matter that much, at least in the next couple of days. For max pain, for the 12th, it's 31. For May the 13th, it's 35. Unlikely to head in that direction. The May the 20th, 34K. The 27th is 37K. And let's look at the volume that's expired so far. So volume are contracts that have fulfilled. And you can see here there were a lot more contracts for puts. Puts are options to sell, but not the obligations. So people who bought puts, let's say they bought the option to sell at 40K, and right now it's at 27K. That's a pretty good put option. Let's go over to the open interest. Here, open interest continues to be pretty low for the next several periods. So, like I said, open interest when it's high, max pain tends to be a magnet towards the max pain prices. Prices tend to be a magnet. No, wait. Let me rephrase that. When open interest is high for certain expiration periods, that tends to be a magnet for price to move towards the max pain prices for those days, those expiration dates. So not much to write home about here until we get to around the 27th of May and the 24th of June. Here's the heat map, aggregated heat map for Bitcoin. We see that there's at 26.2 right here. That's a slight wall here around 272 in size. And then 25K is where we get the bigger size here, 25K, roughly 632 in size. That's the biggest wall here. just so you know, the walls that were up here in the 28, 29, 29, 30th range, that was close to like 800, 900 combined together. Down here at 22, we have a wall of about 457. And then down here at 20, that's about let me see. Down here to 20K, it's about 330. Let me double check. 336. So these walls down here have gotten significantly larger in the last few days. So, and you can see here, the currently there are more aggressive market sells. So these are not, there are more market sells and they're aggressive. Limits orders are not aggressive, they're passive. Here's the liquidations levels map from High Block Capital. They recently updated. Good job, you guys. Anyways, we have negative $9.4 billion estimated on Binance for high leverage 20 to 100x. And it's negative because they're excess shorts. So the amount of, these are the short high leverage levels here. These are the long ones here. You take the money or the open interest in the short levels minus the money or the open interest in the long levels, and you get this number. So a lot more money in short positions right now. So you can see that when it was here, it was down here, and price moved up, a bunch got liquidated right here. I mentioned this previously. It was a matter of when, not if. So some of that got liquidated, and then the price dropped down, of course. They went in and shorted it again. And so it's a matter of time before these short levels get cleared out. So, but for now, they're going to hang in there for a little bit. And that is it for the analysis. I appreciate your time, and I'm so glad I got a chance to do this. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, smash that like, ring my bell, hit subscribe if you haven't. And please share your thoughts and comments in the comment section. And with that, I got to rush to host volleyball. So I will come back, and I think I still got a couple videos to make up. So I'll check that out if I'm not too tired. If not, I'll do it tomorrow. Peace.